What's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TR, and I got another top list video for you. And this time I'll be showing you the top 5 worst things about my overall E3 2013 experience. Now, for starters, my number 5 was the drive into California. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about my friend. In fact, I'd like to thank him for helping me get here. But the problem about the trip into California was about halfway after we left Vegas, we got to Barstow, his window broke, and it was about, say, 1 or 2 in the morning, I think, somewhere around there. And so from the drive from that point on to Los Angeles, we actually ran into a lot of really bad cold weather, and because of that, all of it came into the car, and both of us didn't bring jackets, and so we were just freezing the entire time. And the humidity was terrible, and so our visibility was practically crap, and we could only see like maybe one car ahead of us, and we had to use that as a guide. And plus we got lost because the GPS that I brought didn't work. And so just trying to get here was a hassle and just a problem on its own. Number 4 on my list is my current hotel's location. Now, I'm just letting you guys know that the hotel that I was staying at is named the Lincoln Plaza Hotel. Not saying anything bad about the hotel, but let's just say that the name's very misleading. And what I mean by that is the location where it's actually stated. Now, I don't want to say anything bad about the people here, but put it this way. I'm about 90% sure that I am the only black person in this area within a 3-mile radius. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. It feels very kind of uncomfortable, and I'm just hoping to get out of here as soon as I can. Number 3 on my list is missing Hideo Kojima. I was completely unaware that he was actually going to be at E3, and it turns out he was actually hanging around the Konami booth for, I believe, 2 of the days, and I was really pissed off because I didn't even know that, and I missed him both times, despite the fact that I spent at least 2 hours just around that booth thinking he would show up. I was like, day 1, I was just hanging around there, he didn't show up, okay, didn't think much. Then I hear 10 minutes later, hey, Hideo Kojima's at the Konami booth, taking a picture in front of the very booth that I was just at. And I ran back over there and he wasn't there. I was like, okay, maybe I'll catch him tomorrow. I did the same thing. This time I stayed even 3 hours and he wasn't there. And I was like, screw it, I'm not going to even try the 3rd day. So the fact that he was there and I didn't get a chance to see him just really pissed me off because I've wanted to meet him for so many years. I mean, he's created my all-time favorite video game franchise of all time, and I just want to thank him. So the fact that it didn't just really was a sore in my ass. Number 2 on my list was the fact that I only got to go to one of the main conferences, that being only EA. Now, it turns out that when I did some more research and talked to a lot of other media guys there, it turns out that in order to get to the specific conferences, you had to actually be invited. So you actually had to get individual invitation to Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, and Sony, and I only got invited to EA, and it turns out that everybody got invited to EA. It was just a matter of who were going to be the first, say, 4,000 people there, and luckily I got in. But as far as I know, I don't even know how I got to conferences. I so wanted to get to Sony, and I actually fell asleep when I got back to my hotel and missed the Sony conference and actually had to watch it online when it had been uploaded. So the fact that, you know, I thought I was going to a special convention, that I find out I wasn't, just was kind of disappointing. I was really hoping to get some in-person footage of each of the conventions. I mean, I would have been happy if I didn't get to go to like Ubisoft or Microsoft, but just Sony and EA. Those are the 2 I wanted to go. I was really excited for EA, and it was a great conference, but it turns out it really wasn't anything special. And number 1, the number 1 thing I hated about my E3 2013 experience was going alone. Now, I did happen to go with a friend of mine who actually drove me here, and I want to thank him again for doing that. But the fact that I was not allowed to bring a friend or bring someone with me, because that was the one biggest problem I had, was that I was not allowed to bring anyone. And I did not want to walk around the Los Angeles Convention Center by myself, not knowing anyone. Now, as it turned out, in the end, I didn't exactly have to do that because I did make some friends here that were really great, but it was just the mindset going into E3 this year that I could not bring anyone, and it would have been great if I could have taken any of you to come with me. I mean, if you were in the California area and I had like an extra pass, says, I want to bring a friend with me because he knows me, we can hang out together, we can talk about stuff that we see. I am not going to make that mistake next year. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I bring somebody with me, maybe one of you, someone from the 3TR community, to come with me to E3 to be a witness to all of these really great events, because going to an E3 is probably every gamer's goal, because just to see what will be coming out for the next year is phenomenal. And with that, those are the top 5 worst things about my E3 2013 experience. If you've liked this video, please feel free to like and comment down below. And if you haven't seen it already, I actually did a list of my top 10 best moments of E3, and I'll leave a link for that in the description down below. And you can also follow me on Twitter and friend me on Facebook. And like always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.